Hello, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative. We're on patch 1.0.28. This run was initially started on release candidate 6, so if my game appears different than yours, it may be the fact that I am on an earlier release candidate than you were at release, or at the start of this run. We have our primary objective here as the initiative, so we now know what we need to do to win the game. We've got a little bit more on Earth we need to get. We need to get 10% more of the Earth's GDP. I think we worked out last time that was basically America. We need to basically take over America. Then I need to upgrade bases up to level 3 in everywhere out to Saturn. And we need to destroy all fleets with a common strength of 4,000 or greater, belonging to, or not belonging to our faction. So there is one alien fleet out there that meets that requirement. And then all alien bases basically must be cleared. All alien bases tier 3 or higher, excluding their home base, need to be cleared. And these are bases, not platforms. Okay. So, ship-wise, I think our ships... I don't think we're building any right now. Oh no, we are building some. We're building some to facilitate taking over the rest of Mercury. So in 30 days, we'll have what we need to take over the rest of Mercury, I think. Am I in a similar sort of problem on Mars, where I need more? Take over the rest of Mars. Are we still working on Mars? Yeah, I should probably do the same at Mars. It's a couple we can take over Mars, but the rest we're gonna have to... Wait, why can you... Hidden trap... Interesting. Why do you have Assault Hab? You should not have Assault Hab. It should be 360 here that has Assault Hab. Yeah, it's showing me the 360 numbers. Okay, apparently it's just assuming that I can bring Marines from whatever place in the system. So yeah, we'll probably want a few of these as well. So let's go ahead and get a couple more of those queued up for construction. Although those are Senegal class, so those are actually the out-of-date ones. So it might make sense to drag those back into port and upgrade them to 2, because that double air effectiveness. Okay. Yeah, let's get them repaired, and then we'll get them upgraded. Back here on Earth, we're beginning the process to public campaigning our way into the United States of America. Once we're public campaigned in, I think we can just purge our way in. The final questline project for the initiative here gives us like +10 to purge. So with enough public campaigning, we should just be able to purge our way in. We now have full control of China. Which may help there. Right now we're improving the welfare, specifically so that we can get the cohesion up to 5. If we can get the cohesion up to 5, well then we'll start trying to do some other stuff with it as well. Do I have hostile claims here? No, we have no hostiles at the moment. Does that mean I actually want to invest that much in government? Might not want to be bothering to invest in government right now. Focus more on economy. Yeah. Okay, so let's down the economy. Let's up the, or down the government, up the economy. Run that mix. And then you are at full 10 government. Yeah, we probably want the GDPC to go up. Environmentalism going up is nice. Welfare might not necessarily need the welfare to go up, but as we integrate more and more China territories into them, we'll probably need to move there. Okay. I think we're probably good to go with our current
Ready for
council
orders.
missions here. Just a quick cycle through them to make sure we aren't missing any augments. No, not for the moment. We do have a couple that are declining, so we can expect some potential retirements in the near future. And we are still working, I think, to do some expansion here. Oh, the expansion is Syria. Okay, that makes sense. Syria, maybe Lebanon. And then I suppose actually westward into Egypt and Libya. And we're doing government and unity here to remove the hostile claim on Israel. I suppose that's actually what we're doing here as well. We got a hostile claim on Pakistan, presumably. Not quite gone with that yet. Also, we need the government up here to 2.9 to integrate these two, then even higher to Bhutan. So that makes sense to do. Okay, let's confirm assignments. Let some time pass. In noble metals, we're saving up for about 7,000 to build the fleet to go out to Jupiter. India 360 is repaired. 360 are the Senegal ones at Mars. Okay. That wasn't the one I meant to hit that button. Ship construction, refit dock ship. We want to upgrade Senegal 1s. And my Senegal 1s, or Senegal 1s not upgrade into the Senegal 2s. I changed the drives on the Senegal 2s. I think I changed the drives, that's what's going on. So are they different drive class? Okay, that's fine. And it looks like we got 3 of the new ones being built at Mars already, because we got 6 being built. So there's 3 at Mercury, 3 at Mars. Scroll down here. Yeah. So 29 days out, and they'll have those done. The Martian ones still have a couple bases they can probably take while waiting. So we'll have them continue to take bases. Okay, so we're definitely going to slap down a couple solar farms. For upgrade. Build module. Solar collector, solar collector, solar collector. And place the mine. Okay, we have to repair after every cycle. Fair enough.
Lending my expertise.
Nope, no, that looks like the only one we're gonna get. Okay, so we need to get these guys. We need to get reinforcements deployed here. That's fair. So back to Earth. We're waiting a month, which is about 2 counselor cycles. It's not too long. And of course, the first thing we're gonna have to do the moment we get into America is try to fix it. It's gonna need pretty heavy fixing. Well, I can probably set those guys on hunting xenofauna. I don't necessarily need them invading countries anymore. At least not for the near future.
By the numbers.
The LZ is secure.
We'll check out to see if there are any more alien bases on the next cycle.
We are in control now.
Recharge successful in Syria. We don't need to be spoiling there. I'm actually working pretty good on inequality, so we'll focus them on environment instead.
Our associates are now in charge.
It's probably an alien in USA, is what I'm implying. And warship research is complete. It'll be our ships take less damage from the alien weapons, which is good. Is there any in the xenologies? The xenology stuff, as expensive as it might look, is also pretty cheap to research because we got a like 200% bonus in researching. Are we worried about Thrall right now? No. We might do those management point ones. Yeah, let's do the management point ones, which is that one. Yeah, we're in October. It'll be done in December. Because 20,000 is not a lot when you got a major bonus to getting it done. 275 or 276 there, and 109% there. Whereas in things like the Fentry, where we're paying for much cheaper tech, although we've already got some progress in it, so it's not too bad. Oh, and now we have the executive here. Let's make our block decisions. If you purge the other point,
Terminating the opposition. I'm here.
you're going to keep hunting alien structures, assuming there's more than two, or there's two or more. There are 0. Okay, so then we're not going to have you do that. We're going to move to public campaigning in the US of A. At least until we find more structures.
I will tell our story.
Standing by for orders.
I'm going to keep you on the uniform destruction. We're going to work from big to small in zones that we care about. European Union.
Heading to the LZ.
Where to?
And then you set national policy. Or I suppose I don't need national policy, we need the allies, which we just did. Okay. Yeah, so you're good there. So as we continue rolling into Egypt, but that's not a rush. Uzbekistan. Could demand another claim from China onto the Republic of China. Although we're actually having more unrest problems there, so let's fight and unrest a bit.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
And yeah, let's confirm assignments. Let some time pass.
I will help them.
Set a goal. So we're 30 days or so done. This is low Mars. We want the Mars ones to join 360. The Mercury ones want to join 380? No, 391. Okay, so 360 can go ahead and start assaulting halves from where they are. The Mercury patch, 391, needs to ascend from high Mercury to low Mercury. basically do the same thing. So we proceed to engage in all your base belongs to me.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Base taken on Mars. We want to get the mine running again, so we're going to rebuild you. We have enough power to power that, so I don't necessarily need to redevelop it much more than that. Just get the mine going. We can go back and fix this sort of stuff later. Blackhawk base captured by the initiative. The mine is intact, but there isn't enough power. Operations center is intact, but there isn't enough power. There is no power. That simplifies the construction design here. Improvements. We need more power. One solar farm. All mini problems fixed with that. Maybe an argument to build a battle station. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I think we have orbital control at this point of the lower, the inner systems. Boundary is complete from a project standpoint. We probably will need to do that in like one in every orbit at some point. It's not a rush. Then materials. Do I have the nanofab completed? No, nanofabrication complex is not completed. Do that next. We definitely actually want one of those in every orbit at some point. Oh, and it's the odds that you can succeed again. Terrible. So you need to go back up to repair. So back to extreme orbit for repairs. And then you send to low Mercury for acquisition. Ooh, you did not succeed. Quick repair, 20 hours, try again.
By the numbers.
Alien adapted ECM project. Okay, so that's a definite next project to do. We haven't been running ECM because the only thing we really need to jam is the alien weapons, and we haven't been able to do that until now. Managed Spartacus base. Again, we check. The outpost mining complex is being built, and it has solar collectors. That's fine. Why did that? Oh, because I probably bought the solar panel or the HAB upgraded. We'll come back through and micromanage some of these things later.
We've removed some threats.
Okay, there's full control of Lebanon. Yeah, you got reasonable cohesion, so we'll work on the environment in here while we're trying to begin the process of merging these guys in. You're doing an assault, you're doing an assault, so we're just waiting for the first one to complete. There we go, that's a successful one at Mercury. The mine is intact, the mine is running. I don't care about fixing any of the other stuff at the moment, so that is fine. Are you ready to do another assault? No. So back up to extreme orbit to do another repair job. Go, took that one on Mars. Mine is up, but not powered. So I need to build some power plants. Solar farms are the way to go usually. And in theory, that's... Well, it's a little bit of a misnomer. That might be enough. We'll build 2. 2 will probably be enough. Eventually, we'll probably want 3, but 2 should be enough to get operational. Are you ready for another assault? No, you need a quick repair. Quick repair cycle. You complete transfer, beginning repairs. You've completed repairs. This is the other fleet, of course. Take Duke base. Arrived, so you need to descend from extreme to low. You've arrived at Mercury. And this is probably going to quickly, very rapidly throw me over the mine limit. The soft mine limit. Although, I think we have the mission control, but that's not a concern right now. Okay, so back here in the Middle East, our continued expansion progress would be in Egypt. We're not in a rush there. Suppose Uzbekistan, again, we're not in a rush there. Eurasian Union needs its government to go up. You might be at the point where you might be able to start unification. These guys are federated, right? Yeah, you're federated, you're federated. The rounding, I think, is catching us here. Yeah. 2.87, and you're 4.41. Yep. It's showing as 2.9, but it's technically 2.8 something. And we need it to be truly 2.9. In fact, probably need it to be 3. Once we count for the rounding. So a little bit more time there. So as we work on Mongolia, we're not going to bother. Okay, so you, I suppose you can grab probably another investigate or command. Command gets a little more control points in the meantime. And then what are we looking at public campaign wise? So we're about 50% there. That's giving us a base of 1% purge. Obviously, we want better than 1% purge because that's only getting us up to 9%. That's not enough. Or public campaign.
We must persuade the people.
Okay. And what we're doing has raised our gold income, or noble income, or like 25% noble income, so that's nice. And that's with taking things like nanofactory, or nanofabs and stuff. We can do some more direct investment in India. Get some more funding that way. Confirm assignments, let some time pass. Okay, you're assaulting done on the 19th. You're transiting done on the 18th. Oh no, you were assaulting as well. Or maybe I misread that. Either way, this is done. Oh, we took things that were in progress, so we actually need more power. The mine is currently functional. Now it won't need more power. We'll come back and do a little more micro later. Alt Hab, no chance of success as is. Do a quick repair. We'll check in post repair. We got an 80%. Let's take the 80%. Ratio base captured by the initiative down on Mercury. The mine is functional. We do have a slight power shortage. That's easy enough to solve. We'll just dump a solar farm somewhere. That should solve the power. Yeah. That's your odds of taking the last base. 1%. Okay, so we need to go up and do one more repair, and we'll see what the odds are post-repair.
Offering support.
And descend back to low Mercury orbit. This is presumably the most well-defended base on Mercury, because we've been going from high to low. So we've actually got pretty low odds, although it's 48%. We can roll a couple 48%. And some Mars 1 captured. The mine did not survive attack, so rebuild the mine. I'm gonna need more power. So, build modules, solar farm. And that'll be sufficient power. I doubt you have the ability 54%. Actually, we'll take a 54%. Where's engine repair?
Things are cooling off.
We've moved the needle.
We've moved the needle.
Here we go. Last one on Mercury. The mine was damaged. Rebuild the mine. There is enough power to work all the intact modules at that point, so that is fine.
The people will come to our side.
Oh, and the Mercury fleet probably wants to get back up to the dock to repair. And it probably actually has enough Delta P. I could probably fly it out to Mars if I need it out to Mars. Alright, so at this point I think we have full site control of Mars. I don't need to control the stations, although we can, if we think that's going to be a problem, we can go in and blow this up pretty easily. It's a dysfunctional construction module. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that right now. Yeah, there's some dysfunctional aliens here. There's an argument to deal with the dysfunctional aliens here. Yeah, let's have a quick space battle with 380 here. We'll have them descend from orbit to end the alien threat. Okay. So as I say, the group up front is probably the ones we want to prioritize. Easy enough. Time to start passing. Oh, and lock nose. Basically, we're going to drift towards them, destroying them as we pass through. We're probably going to have firepower to do that on the single approach. Does look like there's one just booking it. And the aliens already won out of this fight, so. Signs point towards this being a pretty successful engagement. First ship destroyed. Yeah, probably a pretty successful engagement. The light kinetics inbound? No immediate concerns. 2 ships destroyed. Open fire on the one, launching kinetics, please. That target destroyed. That target destroyed. let some minor acceleration go. There's one ship escaping from this battle. We're not going to run that one down. We can always do a second battle follow-up with a auto-resolve to get rid of it. These are the green phasers. The next generation of these, I think, will be running the ultraviolets for extra splatting capacity. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. And another target destroyed. We will accept that if they're going to disengage, if they're disengaging at this point, we're not catching the last one. At least not without burning extra fuel, and well, we got patience. Oh, there's another fleet here in Mercury, apparently. Not that desperate for... Although I'm not going to bring a fleet down here other than this fleet at this point to salvage these. So if I'm here for the loot, I'm going to be using this fleet to get it, so... They are running! Although we can... Yeah, 3v1 I think we're going to win. And then we're going to auto-resolve that. There we go. And then we can jump the other alien fleet. And we engage. They're running for it. Although in this case, the max bid will force engagement. They've got ships that can't outrun us. I'm going to be a little presumptuous, and I'm going to assume that we're not worried about the closing vector rate. We'll come in a little fast. These guys were running for it, so they are flying away from us instead of towards us. So I might need the velocity to actually catch. Well, that does mean unless they turn around to face us, they will be exposing the rear armor, which, as you can see, is not good days for them. One ship destroyed, two ships destroyed. 3 ships destroyed. It's slopping up the line. There we go. Enemy fleet liquidated. Got us a whole 1 exotic. Ooh. Attack repulsed. Well, give us quick repair and try again. Yeah, I might need more assault capacity. How quickly can we get India 391 to Mercury? Or from Mercury to Mars? 21 weeks. 21 weeks is not quite fast enough. Nah, we'll hold off. We're not going to do that burn. I might literally be better off going to Jupiter. And saying hello to one of the servant bases out there. That's 52 weeks, but we can do that. And while these guys can't refuel, they would be able to assault and take the hab, and that would be one way to get construction capacity in Mercury. We'll probably send some sort of honeypot out first before we do that. But yeah, that means we're looking like we're going to need, at least take full control of Mercury. I'm going to need, or not Mercury, Mars. We need a few more acquisition ships there. So a couple more Senegals at Mars. "52 days, we'll have 3 more there.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Oh, I can do unifications with Poland and Germany. Feed them back into the EU. Shouldn't be the worst of plan. It's captured at Mars. The mine is operational, that's all I really care about now. One of these days we'll fix all these bases. Maybe. Your ability to assault without repairing, use 0. Do a quick repair and we'll check, see if it's still 0. Probably still 0. No, we got a 21. We'll roll a 21 once. Okay, that gives us some more control point and ability. Follow that up with the adapted ECM. Was repelled. We were kind of expecting it to be repelled. So unless the odds are higher, we're probably going to leave these guys sitting for the next couple days. Well, next 30 or so days until the new boats are replaced.
Ready to go.
Okay, now we're at much better odds. We're up at 70% of
What's the
public
op?
support. It means purges a roll in base 3. Push them to 37. That's was I actually expecting to be a little bit higher, although maybe that's not super surprising.
Where do you need me?
Base 4% on crackdown and push up to 46%. We're trying to get the first one in. That's probably what we want to do. So we'll crack down
Going
one
after their
in.
beat.
We'll
Standing by
purge
for orders.
in on that one, and the stack on the 2 should be enough.
We're taking power.
Yeah.
Ready.
Probabilistically, we're probably getting it. Either the
Standing by.
crackdown will succeed, which will basically make the
Ready.
purge guaranteed, or the purge will have 1 in 3 odds, and the combo of that I think is decently high. I think we're
Reporting in.
stabilized enough in the Republic of China for the moment. And assign you to set national policy in the EU.
Time to make our move.
That's gonna take 2 turns, and then the EU will be bigger. Oh, this is trending up. Of course it is. Because we're not authoritarians, we're actually sitting at stable 3 there. So that's why we need to. Arguably, actually, don't need to get the cohesion up much more. At this point, we're looking more at needing to get economy improved. Yeah, looking to get more economy improved. We can back off on the welfare a little bit then. We'll try that for a moment. Okay. And then Russia needs government. Russia needs everything is kind of the problem. I could probably back off on the mission control if I was desperate for more capacity to move things. Okay, waiting on cooldowns there. Okay, let's confirm assignments since the time passed. 360 is repaired, but 360 is going to be waiting there until the next batch of stuff comes out. We'll do one quick check just to make sure that is actually going to be the case. I don't think this has made it... Yeah, 13% chance of success. No, you're not going to execute on that assault.
Offering counsel.
My solution right now to the domesticated megafauna is just chuck him out of the country. Into some neutral country. I can deal with the megafauna. Catch and shuffle to a different country is what I'm doing. It's not the smartest plans, but it works.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alien adapted ECM. Strips ECM modules and now will be effective against the alien weapons. Although the other ones are more sort of resistance either against alien armies, human armies. We're not really fighting anyone anymore on planet Earth, or in thrall resistance. I haven't seen any signs that we're necessarily losing points to the aliens, so we're going to actually hold off on that for the moment. I'm instead thinking ECM. Improved ECM module. Or do I want advanced plasma batteries? No, we'll do ECM. Perfected anti-alien ECM and the advanced plasma batteries might be what we put on the next generation ship.
We lost
It
their
doesn't allow
trail.
fixed to build it. Did not get the successful purge. So we still got like a 31 in 3 chance of success.
Policy direction complete.
Unified with Germany. Basically reunified the Germany within the EU. That did put them up to 5 points.
Target destroyed.
Anyway, we'll do Poland next. If America is proving too difficult to get into, expand the EU is probably the other easy expand location. Manufacturing complexes research, that's good. You know, let's start on the plasma batteries.
Our associates were unable to take control.
And we failed. Sure, I wouldn't be surprised if America's running Unity or something. Yeah, America's running a lot of Unity. What to go for next? I suppose I don't necessarily need the metal. It's probably a better radiator. Yeah, you're probably the best radiator. Other than the fact that it costs a bunch of nobles. Yeah, let's grab that one. At least while we're waiting for the ECM to pop up. And then at last level the ECM. Okay, let's attempt. Let's get the public campaign back up again. They got us down to 60%.
Work in the
Do another
public.
round there.
Acknowledged.
I'm here. Heading to the
If not,
capital.
we'll work on just expanding
At your
existing
service.
nations that are going for America. Oops. No, we're looking for alien destruction on you.
Gear up.
There we go. Farming silence, letting time pass.
Offering assistance.
There goes the ship construction on Mercury 11 days out. Or not Mercury,
Public
Mars.
sentiment is
11 days out.
increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, we didn't get the assault off in time to delay that alien.
Mission complete.
Unification with Poland.
Target secure.
Ship launched. This is the join 360. Now 360 should be a little bit more likely to be able to take some of those habs. Boy, some of those places must be real entrenched. Might actually be worth bringing in the laser ships to bombard them down a bit at this point. Take the last couple easy ones, and then we'll bring the laser ships in and soften them up a bit. And/or I'll evaluate if it's even worth taking the last couple. What's the state at Mars left on the unclaimed sites? No nobles, decent water volatiles, but we don't necessarily need that. No nobles, no nobles, 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 no nobles, and that's the one we're taking right now. Okay, so what's left doesn't have any nobles. There's a little bit of radioactive. In fact, the best radioactive site is the one we're trying to take right now. So we might just accept that we're not going to take the rest of Mars. Just leave it at that.
Ready to go.
Are you command maxed? No. Your max is 25, so we can give you one more command, which then would be max. Your command is probably also maxing at 25, so we'll give you a little bit more command. And that is it. Okay. That is everyone for the moment. So what do I want you to do? Expand the Caliphate or expand the EU? Because that's really a statement on where do I send the political power stuff. So it's a base of 3%. Although apparently there's one that is undefended. We'll see if they defend that quickly enough. They probably will.
Targeting the opposition.
Aftermath initiative. Okay. The mine is the mine is intact but not operational. That'll bring enough power online to power on the mine. Okay.
Offering support.
So I suppose we could do the math here. I'm getting 10 a day. So 10 days gives me 100, and I think we worked out we wanted like 700. No, 7,000-ish for the fleet. Yeah, 7,000-ish for the fleet. So we're looking 370 days, so about a year to build the fleet. This is a fleet that can basically just do as it pleases. I doubt the aliens are going to be able to stop it from just happily flying over to Jupiter. Let's wait until... Oh, that is January of next year. Although that's a year out. That's okay. We'll finish pimping our ride here. Let's say, getting all the perks for a ride, and then we'll go into Jupiter. The other alternative is to do what I can to efficiently boost mining on Mercury. Mercury's where all the gold is, basically. All my untapped gold. Well, there might be more untapped gold in the Mars if we upgrade the mines. So, Habs. We only care about bases controlled by me. We'll sort by nobles. So you're maxed. You're maxed. Well, I say these are maxed. We could, if we had infinite boost and we don't have infinite boost, we could put admin towers on here to boost them. You're an asteroid mine, so I think you're an asteroid mine? Yeah, you're an automated mine. That would be a pain to improve. So I'm gonna skip you. You're maxed again without doing anything fancy. You could actually be improved. Mercury with a tier 2 solar, tier 2 mine with tier 2 core. We can upgrade the core. And then it would take it offline while we upgrade the mine. That might be worth it if it's notably up the list in metal. We are looking for like a whole year delay here on the mining, so same here. Upgrade you. I think these are these the monthly yields? These are the monthly yields, yeah. Your functioning capacity is going to be fine. You could just be upgraded. What's the ROI? It's only 6.2 noble, so the real cost here is that we're not mining while it's upgrading. Because I don't care about the metal cost, I care entirely on the nobles here. The upgrade's going to be about 8, so it's going to pay for the noble cost in the construction noble cost in a day. At which point it's take a quick build off so we can see what the duration is. It's going to take 160 days to build. And it's going to take 50% more time than that after that to pay for the fact that it was offline, let's say. So we're looking like our 400-day repayment window. You know, I'm still going to do it. This is, of course, delaying the fleet going out. I think that's a situation when that's going to be delaying the fleet going out, to be fair. Your critter on Mercury, we're upgrading the core. Your critter on Mercury, we're upgrading the core. You're operational without doing admin towers. Nothing to go there, nothing to go there. And this is Mars, so this is same sort of logic. We've got the power, we got the time, it'll pay for itself. The automated are out in the asteroid belts, there's nothing really to do about them. You could be upgraded, but you're not making enough to, like, that's gonna take you, like 6 days to pay for the mine, much less the duration of the mine's offline. Although the upgrade here would be for the noble, or for the radioactive, so as to do it. And maybe that's another pass we do as we go through and figure out where the nobles are. Oh, we don't have power here, so you can be brought online if we fix the build a power plant someplace. You only provide metals. So you're really not all that important. I could afford to upgrade you to tier 2. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, you might actually be mine we take offline if we're over the mine limit. This is auto. You provide nobles if you're turned on. You should provide nobles as soon as the solar farm is built. Auto. Should provide nobles when the solar is built. Should provide nobles when the solar is built. You're about as good as you're going to get. You don't actually provide any nobles, but you're on Mars. We upgraded you, that's why these guys are low as such. And no nobles on the side. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we slowed down our noble production. It will hopefully pay itself back, although in the meantime, we're obviously making less nobles.
We're winning their
Basically
hearts
back
and
where we were at
minds.
the beginning of the stream. Or beginning of the part here, noble-wise. For today, or 160 days, will be much better in noble income.
We're winning
About
their
60
hearts
days
and
after.
minds.
The people will come to our side.
And other than expanding mining orgs, there really isn't much more capacity for expansion of mines. Was that a... Alien megaphone. You. Across the border. And yeah, they got the defend up, so it's 47% chance of success. Although, that's not 0. There's the advanced plasma batteries completing. I don't think we had the advanced EDCM pop yet. And to be fair, the advanced ECM I think it's only like a 40% chance to hit. So we might not get the advanced ECM. Do I do a Space Force command? Can also do independent commands and save a bunch there. Oh, and I don't need... They're obsolete. We'd probably run the UV phasers. We're doing that, so we can hide you. Hide you. We're not going to bother particle beams anymore. Less damage from enemies in space combat is probably worth grabbing. There's the advanced ECM.
Let's go on for the
Had we had it
guys.
5 seconds earlier, would have run it. Alien administration founded again in Egypt. Okay, I know what we're doing with our armies. You might think you're fighting aliens or fauna. No, you're off to Israel. Same there. You might think you're doing it. No, you're off to Israel. Okay, hopefully most of them won't immediately start re-hunting xenoforms the moment they get there. I think I got rid of most of the secondary commands. But yeah, all they basically just did is disarm
We're in control here.
Egypt of all the nukes Egypt have. They've got no... Okay, they've got a couple human armies, but I think we outnumber the human armies by now. Oh, I didn't... I forgot if we got the success there.
Ready for my mission.
Did we get a point in... We did get a point in the United States of America. Don't spoil, don't unity. At least until the majority of the points in the United States. Unity is a bad thing. Yeah.
Ready to
Because
go.
unity kind of enforces the public opinion drifting towards the makeup of the elite. So if we're 20% of the government, we'd get 20% of the unity, and right now, or the public opinion. Currently, we have a lot more than that, so it'd actually work against us.
Where to?
Okay, you set national policy there to
Heading
start
to
the
the
war.
capital.
I
Acknowledge.
think we'll keep keep attempting to purge in the United States. And now that we're in, it's much harder for them to keep us out. We're in.
We're taking power.
We got in the door. Whoops. You're not supposed to be in these uniforms. You're supposed to be piling up the border to declare war on good old alien administration. Looking at the time, this is where I should go ahead and put a part break in to take a quick stretch and a short tea break before we record the next part. We're going to record 2 more parts tonight. We're still on that 3-game, 3-night schedule. 3-game, 3-night, 3-part schedule. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we are going to record 2 more parts tonight. So we'll be basically recording for another 2 hours. So I hope you are enjoying the video. I'm just going to take basically a short 3-minute break here to get up and stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to recording another hour-long part. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.